All right, good day, Albert Jeleni here. I am coming to you live, and this is just a session that I just thought I should do. I'm not really expecting so much of interaction, but should you need to comment on what I'll be sharing, you are welcome to comment. For those who do not know me, let me just introduce myself briefly. I am Albert Jeleni. I am a socio-economic activist, a policy strategist, as well as a consultant. And today I'm speaking to you on my cap as the president of the National Union of Municipal Chambers of Commerce and Industry, abbreviated NUMCCI. That is the national structure for the chambers that we have in local municipalities in the whole of South Africa. NUMCCI works together with other organizations, for example, the South African Leadership and Enterprise Development Network, as well as the South African Corporate Social Responsibility Foundation. We are together in the socio-economic development space. Our work entails really mainly lobbying for the conducive business environment, as well as coming up with projects and strategies for local economic development. Personally, I have been lobbying for the establishment of local chambers in every chamber since 2017. So that has been my journey. Simply because I believe that chambers can play a very big role, particularly when we look to poverty eradication, inequalities, and the creation of jobs. NUMCCI itself has got branches in every province. We are there in every province. And in particular in Limpopo, we have got the Limpopo Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which I am also leading. As the provincial consular. We have got very nice titles, the provincial consular. So we have got one in the Northwest, Gauteng, Free State, KZN, you name all of those. In Limpopo in particular, we have managed to establish district chambers. Like I've said, my passion personally is that with my colleagues. We have got district chambers in every district. We also have local municipality chambers in every municipality which subscribes to the provincial and the national structure. And we have sector forums for each and every sector. For ease of definition, we are defining our sectors on the basis of the SETA delineation. So that makes it easy in a way. I have been getting some calls or some questions in terms of why are you guys quiet? We are very, very, very vocal in 2020, particularly when we went into lockdown. We were there to give information to small businesses. We were there to assist. We were there to work with municipalities, the command councils as well, interacting with the media. But colleagues, we strategically came to a point where we decided we needed to be quiet. We needed to be silent strategically. And mainly because this is what we noticed, that the issues of transformation, or particularly the issues faced by small businesses, businesses owned by Africans, go way deeper. It's not issues that you can just talk and talk. It's issues where you must have impact. And we said to ourselves that we do not want to become some kind of a talk show. We just talk, and there's nothing that is happening. We needed to make sure that we have impact. And hence we decided to be silent. We went down, we worked underground. We have achieved a lot so far. And we have got very exciting programs for 2022. This is a very special year for us in a way. But what we realized is the reality that the issues of transformation, the issues of inequality, the issues of joblessness in South Africa, they really still rely on the political will. They are so much tied to politics, or they need to be resolved politically. Yes, we attained our freedom in 1994, but there's still a lot that needs to be done. And therefore, partially this video, I am doing it really for our president of the country, President Cyril Ramaphosa. I know he's usually on Facebook. I see him updating his status regularly. So he's probably gonna see this video. I'm just joking. I know he's got people who are working for him to do that. But I do hope that it gets to him. In my capacity as the leader of the national structure, obviously it is my responsibility to reach out to him and talk to him. I'm also talking to him on his capacity as the president of the ANC, given the upcoming January 8th annual statement that is coming. Of course, as the chamber, we are apolitical. However, the ANC is the ruling party. And when it comes to that, as the chamber, we need to interact with the ruling party because the issues of economics are very much political. And for those who understand our history of our country, the whole struggle, that which liberation movements and in particular the ANC went through, it was all about the freedom in the economics, the freedom in the labor space. So it was really all about the economy. And I felt it was critical that I reach out to the president, just give him some tips, for his statement, particularly relating to the business structure. Well, I wouldn't really call it so much of tips. Really, it's just to reach out and affirm that as the business community, we support the ruling party. I wouldn't want to use the word that sounds like we are saying we support a particular party, but we commit to work with a ruling party. And simply because for those who understand our democracy is rooted in three legs. It's the political or the governance, and then we have got the business leg, and then we have got the civil society leg. So basically we're supposed to interact, or we're supposed to be friends, we're supposed to talk regularly. And we felt that because the January 8th, that's where the ANC speaks what they actually want to achieve within government. It is also critical that we have a voice, we speak as well as a way of supporting, but also as a way of saying that we are here, work with us, we are ready to work with you. And therefore, we are not necessarily getting into politics, but we are working with stakeholders that we need to work with. So now to the president of the country, President Cyril Ramaphosa. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Hopefully you are okay. I made this video just to reach out to you as the president of the ANC and the president of the country, or should I say the president of the ruling party, so that people don't think that we are into politics. First and foremost, I think we need to acknowledge the role that the ANC has played as a liberation movement to an extent that in 1994 we achieved our freedom. Of course, they worked hand in hand with other political parties and other movements. But we should be able to acknowledge that because we exist because of that history or because of that fight. And we also acknowledge all the efforts since 1994, towards making sure that we have got a transformed economy, inclusive economy. We have got economic growth. There have been a number of policies in the past couple of years geared to just make sure that we can achieve economic transformation. So we really acknowledge that, Mr. President. But most importantly, we acknowledge that we are not yet there. And I think maybe even the ANC itself, I don't want to speak for it, but looking at the Freedom Charter, I think we will all agree that we are not yet there. And of course, we may want to point fingers. There's no time to point fingers. There is only time to actually resolve. And we believe because we are not there yet where we need to be, we need to be intentional politically about the route that we need to take to make sure that we achieve what we need to achieve. And if I was to try and compare intentional, I would say we need to be as intentional as the ANC was when they decided to go for armed struggle. We are at that point where we are saying that the issues of economic transformation can no longer be postponed. It's now or now, not now or never. It has to happen. It is now or now. And we are looking for a political solution. And why are we calling for a political solution? For those who understand the economy, our country is doing very well. Since 1994 to date, it has grown 3 times. So the wealth that we have managed, to multiply it 3 times. It should have been possible to make sure that most of that wealth is in the hands of Africans or the previously marginalized. So the economy is good, and what we need really, it's a political will. Why a political will? It is because whenever we come up with strategies within government or within our chambers, there are counter forces that work very hard to make sure that we do not achieve that which we want to achieve. So unless we are intentional politically, we are unlikely to then achieve that. A very simple example, we have been working very hard since 1994, but what do we have? Youth unemployment at 60%. That is not good for the country. That is not good, and we cannot be silent, and we cannot hope it's going to self-correct, and we cannot talk about the economy being a free economy doing its own things. Our people must be employed. Our youth in particular must be employed. In some of the rural districts, employment is sitting at 50%. That is not acceptable. And we acknowledge that government on its own, they cannot resolve those problems. And somehow we need to be intentional politically. And if we were to then say to the ANC as they go to the January 8th statement as the business community, and realizing that politics and business are intertwined, what will be our wish or our prayers if we were to pray to our heavenly or our earthly president, in a way, not our heavenly father. If we were to pray to our earthly president, what will be the prayers that we are saying to the president needs to be considered as they make the political statement? 2 issues really, 2 core issues. The first one, we believe we need some kind of a political will towards a performance management system for our political heads. And I'm talking about the ministers, the premiers, the MECs, and the mayors. We need a performance management system equal to the task. And that will ensure some kind of accountability. So this will be our prayer to then say, can we have something like that? And why are we saying this? In the past couple of years, we have seen most of the political heads doing PR work. They are running around showcasing some of the work that the departments are doing, that the municipalities are doing. But really, that can be done by the head of the departments. It can be done by the municipal managers and all that. What we need the political heads for is to unlock. These guys must be proactive, make sure that if the strategies that we put in place are not working, they quickly come up with a political solution and they unlock. And 4 key issues can be used there to then measure, to then say, are our political heads really achieving? One of those issues to our minds, it's the ability to identify challenges and opportunities that need political intervention. What usually happens is that they come up with good programs, they talk about 5 years plans and all those things, which HODs can implement or DGs can implement. But along the way, because there are counter forces, we need political decisions that are going to say whatever we plan to do as government is not working, we need to quickly correct. So a political head must be able to quickly identify challenges and opportunities that requires political intervention. Number 2, they must be able to quickly initiate policies. What we have seen is delayed. Whenever we raise issues to say certain aspects of our policies or of our governance is not working, it takes too long to develop a new policy. It takes too long to make changes within government. And those are the political interventions that we need. So these are our prayer requests, basically, as we're reaching out to the ruling party as a way of saying that we are there, we want to work with them. These are the issues. Number 3, it's the ability to integrate. You know, there are a couple of programs within departments and then between departments. You'll find that the employees are not talking to each other. We need political intervention. You know, on the administrative point of view, these people have got the structure, reporting structure, that one report to who. And even if the manager wanted to make changes, they can't. They need political intervention. So we have seen similar programs running, or at times they are clashing. So we need something like that. And the fourth one, within the performance management system, it's the ability to quickly interpret policy objectives. At times you have got ambiguity, you know, within policies. And we need our political heads to quickly jump in and give direction in terms of where we're going. You find government officials going up and down, everybody saying that is not my role, I don't know what we need to do. So colleagues, if we were to make any prayer requests, really we will then say we need a performance management system which must practically measure our political heads in terms of their ability to identify challenges and opportunities that needs political intervention, policies that need to quickly be initiated and be implemented as a way of self-correcting where government programs are not going accordingly. The ability to then integrate the various programs that we have, and of course the ability to quickly give interpretation to ambiguous policy objectives. Now, the second one, I said there are two prayer requests that we'll want to then make. It is the political will to restructure or repurpose government agencies. This is critical. You know, we have got government agencies, but what we have realized with government agencies is that they've got so much red tape, as much as the government itself. And the Minister of Finance at some point hinted to that, to say we need to reduce red tape. Well, one of those things is to rethink the government agencies, you know, to remove them from the red tape. They are also very much rigid, particularly the ones that are supporting us in the economic space. You know, economic space is very competitive globally. We are not only looking at South African issues. Things changes frequently. So we need agencies that will be able to respond quickly to our needs. You find that things are changing in the market and you go to the agencies, you need to make sure that they implement the changes. It just takes forever. We need to restructure and repurpose the agencies. The sad thing as well is that most of the agencies, they look at us from the poverty and subsistence minded point of view. You know, at times we are treated like we have got BEE education. It's as if we didn't go to the same curriculum, you know, with everybody else. We are being put aside, we are being fed the lower level economic stuff. So basically we are saying that we need to repurpose those and make sure that they are fit for a purpose. They can talk to us on the total supply chain or value chain, not just at the end of the value chain. And at the end of the day, what will then happen if we're able to do that? It might mean that some of these agencies must be project focused. You know, we cannot have people who are just sitting there as employees and they even become relaxed. You know, it must become project focused. And it must really maybe outsource instead of having a huge permanent staff, which makes it difficult if you need to source new talent. Whenever you need to source new talent, if you've got permanent staff, it becomes difficult. Even if some of them are obsolete, you have to stick with them in a way, which is quite a challenge. And the last aspect is that they must do partnership. And like I said, we are reaching out as the business community to say we recognize that we need to interact and operate on a political level. Those are some of the partnerships that we need to create. That was the message to the president to help him with the January 8th statement in a way. In any case, I know it's always very good when it comes to that. I've got no doubt that he has got most of the things in place, but it's important for us to then raise our views. Colleagues, we are excited, particularly in Limpopo, to be hosting the January 8th. It is good for the economy of Limpopo. And I can assure the president and everyone who will be participating that Limpopo, particularly the tourism front, is ready to host. You will know that Limpopo is actually rated number 1 when it comes to local tourism. domestic tourism, and it's rated number 2 when it comes to international tourism. So you can be rest assured that facilities are there. We know that there are limitations to the numbers that must attend the January 8th statement itself. But we will be very happy if the rest of you can just come for moral support, come on a holiday, visit some of our holiday places. It's a beautiful, beautiful province. So just come, even if you're not going to be at the venue for January 8th, just come, we're ready to host. To our business people, please remember COVID-19 is real. We need to make sure that we adhere to all the recommendations when it comes to safety. We take care of our guests. In conclusion, colleagues, 2022, from the business front, we have got a lot of things that we are planning. I will be releasing another video in the next coming few days detailing what we are planning to do. Why were we quiet? In a way, it will become clear in that. With these words, colleagues, for those who are still on holiday, enjoy yourself, be safe. To those who are back at work, we wish you strength. And to everyone, let me say compliments of the new year. Keep well. Shalom.